The forest welcomed them with open arms, sunlight dappling through the canopy. The friends, four in all, laughed as they unloaded their gear. This was their annual escape, a retreat from the city's clamor into nature's embrace. They wasted no time pitching their tents, the bright canvas a stark contrast against the verdant backdrop. Excitement hung thick in the air, seasoned with the aroma of pine needles and damp earth. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, they gathered around a crackling fire. Stories were exchanged, jokes shared, and the cares of their everyday lives momentarily forgotten. With full bellies and hearts content, they retreated to their tents, the symphony of the forest lulling them to sleep. A chill wind snaked through the trees, disturbing the stillness of the night. Inside their tents, the friends slept soundly, oblivious to the shift in the forest's demeanor. Then, a whisper, faint and indistinct, slithered through the underbrush. One by one, the friends stirred, their sleep troubled by an unsettling presence.
Mark, wake up. Did you hear that?
Sarah, the lightest sleeper, sat bolt upright, her heart pounding in her chest. She strained to listen, her breath caught in her throat. There it was again, a voice soft and low, calling her name. She shook Mark awake, her eyes wide with terror.
What is it, Sarah? What's wrong?
He listened intently, his brow furrowed in concentration. The whisper came again, but this time it was Mark's name that hung in the air. The whispers continued throughout the night, weaving in and out of their dreams, each utterance sending a fresh wave of fear through the group. They huddled together in the main tent, their faces illuminated by the flickering beam of a flashlight.
It's gotta be the wind, right? Or maybe some animals?
Yeah, it's probably just the wind. Nothing to worry about.
But deep down, a primal fear gnawed at their courage. The forest, once their sanctuary, had transformed into a menacing presence, its beauty now cloaked in an unsettling darkness. As the first rays of dawn pierced through the canopy, they emerged from the tent exhausted and on edge. They decided to pack up and leave, to seek solace in the familiar comfort of civilization. The whispers returned as they attempted to dismantle their camp, louder now, more insistent. Shapes began to form at the edge of their vision, shadowy figures flitting through the trees.
We need to get out of here now.
I can't take this anymore, Jake. We have to go.
Did you see that? There's something out there.
This can't be real. It's just our imagination, right?
Panic began to set in, their carefully constructed facade of bravery crumbling under the weight of their terror. They were trapped, their haven transformed into a prison of fear. The forest was closing in on them, its unseen inhabitants toying with them like a cat with a mouse. The sun, once their beacon of hope, now seemed to mock them with its cheerful indifference. They were alone, lost in a world where reason held no sway. Driven by a desperate need to escape, they plunged deeper into the forest, their path dictated by blind terror. The whispers followed, a chorus of despair swirling around them.
Keep moving, we can't stop now.
They ran until their lungs burned and their legs screamed for mercy, but the clearing remained elusive. The forest floor seemed to shift and change with every step, leading them in circles.
Jake, I don't know how much longer we can keep this up.
The shadows grew bolder, no longer content to lurk at the periphery of their vision. One by one, the friends began to disappear. It started with a scream, sharp and piercing, that tore through the oppressive silence of the forest.
Mark, where are you?
Mark was the first to vanish, snatched from their midst as they stumbled through the undergrowth.
Oh my god, he's gone. He's just gone.
The remaining friends, their eyes wide with terror, huddled closer, their grip on reality slipping with each passing moment.
We need to stick together. Don't let go of each other.
Then Sarah, her face pale and drawn, stumbled and fell. When the wind subsided, Sarah was gone, vanished without a trace.
No, not Sarah too.
John, his voice hoarse from fear, stumbled upon a clearing, a weathered signpost standing sentinel at its edge. On it, barely visible beneath years of decay, were the words "Campers beware."
What is this place?
As he reached out to touch it, a voice, cold and ancient, whispered in his ear. It spoke of a curse, of souls trapped within the forest, their cries for help forever echoing through the trees.
No, this can't be real.
The spirits of long-dead campers, their souls bound to the forest, forced to relive their final moments for eternity. He turned to Emily, the last vestiges of hope draining from his eyes. She stood there, her face a mask of terror, her eyes reflecting the horrors they had witnessed.
Emily, I'm so sorry.
The forest around them seemed to pulsate with a malevolent energy, the whispers reaching a fever pitch. John reached for Emily, his hand outstretched, but it was too late. The shadows descended, enveloping her in their cold embrace.
No, Emily.
He screamed her name, his voice raw with despair, but his cries were swallowed by the hungry forest. He was alone, the last man standing. His screams joined the chorus of the damned, a symphony of despair that would forever echo through the trees, a chilling siren song for any foolish enough to heed the call of the forest.